Hi everyone, Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Caesar Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. And as promised, I'm going to take a look at the Senate trial for the impeachment of Donald Trump. We'll see what the energy is at this time, and we'll go from there. We'll ask questions about it. I like to do a general reading first. So this is sort of where we stand with all of this at this moment. Okay. Alrighty. Just give me a couple of minutes here. All right. Okay. All right. So we have the Four of Pentacles here. This is a card of keeping things close, keeping things controlled, keeping things, there's an energy here of not wanting things to get out of hand. And so I would say at this time, nobody's really, at this time, everything is going according to the plans of the Republicans, I would say, because they are the ones who don't want things expanded, right? All right, let's see what's crossing that. Okay, we have the Four of Swords, interesting, 2 4s. I think that this is the crossing card to the Four of Pentacles, is a need and a want by the people for some sort of decision to be made, but for somebody to be held accountable. I feel like this is a card of accountability. The fours in the Kabbalah are connected to a place on the Tree of Life called Hesed. Hesed is connected to the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of justice in Capricorn. So going by the rules, being held responsible for the rules. Okay, let's see what's underneath it. Okay, we have the Magician, and so this is a power struggle. This is a power struggle. This is an attempt to manipulate the forces that are available, the resources that are available. And I think this is on both sides. I think this is the Democrats and the Republicans who are utilizing all of their sort of magic that they can to manifest what they wish to manifest. So I would say at the root of this is the power struggle. Okay, let's see what's in the past. We have the Strength card. I think there's been strength on both sides, even if you don't agree with one side. I think that the Democrats have been very, very strong, which is unusual kind of for them. They're not, but I feel like they're holding their ground. But then so are the Republicans. Republicans are generally a lot better. Because I think for the most part they have struck progress. They don't care if nothing moves or nothing gets done as long as they remain in power. That's all they really care about. Whereas I think the Democrats are trying to move things forward and change things. And so it's harder it takes more strength to sort of move forward and sort of than it does to just sort of step back and hold your ground. But and the Strength card is a Leo card, and so again it's issues of power here. Issues of power. Let's see what's in the sky. All right, so there's this sense of wanting to move to calmer waters, to calmer shores, move away from the chaos. All right, so that's the general. So that kind of goes along with that Four of Pentacles, wanting things to stay small and not get crazy. Let's see what's the immediate future. Okay, we have the Chariot. So this is movement. I feel like things are going to move along quickly. But I also feel like um, this is a victory card. And of course, when you're asking about this situation, a victory for one is not necessarily a victory for the other. And so with that victory card coming as the immediate future, I would read it more as this is the time. Um, this is a fateful time. This is a time of movement and a time of evolution and a time of moving on. It's about moving on from this place. Um, the Chariot is associated with the sign of Cancer. The North Node is in Cancer. It's actually conjunct Donald Trump's Mercury. Um, and he has Saturn and Venus in Cancer, being exactly opposed by Pluto and Saturn, um, and the Sun in Ceres. So this is not a fun time. This is like maximum pressure on him. Um, so this is a fateful time. This is a fateful time. Okay. How it's seen from the outside. Stalemate. That kind of makes sense. Domestic situation. King of Pentacles. Um, that is the financial stuff. That's the financial stuff. I feel like that's going to be the the thing that could swing. If the finances get bad, if the economy starts to move in a not a great direction, more people are going to be dissatisfied. I think people are really still in the place where, well, we're not doing that bad, so why take them out, right? Um, it does come down to the pocketbook a lot of times with people. Um, the sense of community is not that strong right now. And the other thing is that we do live in a country that where there's not a lot of safety nets, and they're being frayed every day by the Republicans. So you can't, on some level, blame people for having the money be the bottom line, because it's so easy to lose everything in this country. All right, let's see. Hopes and fears. Okay. Well, of course, more information coming out. That would be the hope of the Democrats and the fear for the Republicans. Let's see the outcome. Okay, we have the Page of Wands. Well, there's some information coming. Messages. Let's continue. The Knight of Cups. Um, the Seven of Cups, smoke and mirrors. We know that. Both the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Cups have this delusional, or can have this delusional, illusional quality. And we have the Queen of Cups. Now, what's interesting about this particular Queen of Cups is that she's looking in the cup, and the cup is not covered. In the Rider-Waite deck, the cup is covered. In this deck, it's not so. And America is a Cancer country. And this card is associated with Cancer, but it's also associated with Scorpio. I would say, as it stands now, people are going to want more information. I don't think that it's going to be as easy as the Republicans hope it to be. Okay, let's see what's underneath. The Ten of Wands, the Burden Bearer, and the Temperance card, and the Three of Cups. So, I think that this is going to be, from these cards, a healing experience. laying down of burdens, and then a celebration. So, it looks a little more positive at this point for the Democrats. Now, that being said, I want to see if they're going to allow witnesses. Are they going to allow witnesses? I'm going to use a different deck. Yep, I used the right-of-way deck. All right. Are they going to allow witnesses? Are we going to hear from some witnesses? As it stands now, of course, all of this could change, I guess. That's the thing. Everything is just so quick and fast, and you catch up with one thing and something else is happening. It's nuts. It's just nuts. And then for your own, own sense of mental health, you have to pull away from it. A steady diet of this stuff makes you not good. Not good. I know I personally have had to pull away from it. Okay. Alrighty then. Are they going to allow for witnesses? We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords, that keeps coming up, the Ace of Wands, okay, and the Knight of Pentacles. I do think we're going to have some, I think we're going to have some people. Yes, I do think that there may be some witnesses. Now, I want to look at John Bolton. He said that if he was subpoenaed, he would testify. Of course, they have to agree, right, to subpoena him, I think. He would be the witness that's called. They'd have to subpoena him. I've had a couple of ideas about Bolton and Trump of late, but let's see what this says. Will John Bolton testify? I'll testify. Could you imagine? I can't wait for the party. I can't wait. I can't wait to feel like free of this. You know what I mean? Where we're celebrating and we're hugging each other and we're like, how the heck did we get through this? I look forward to that day. Oh, John Bolton testifying. Testify. So it's in the air. It's up in the air right now, of course, because we don't know if they're going to even allow some people to testify. And of course, the president, this is a crossing card, the president is doing his best to obstruct that from happening. He's pulling all his strings, as it were. What's at the root? But the Constitution is at the root of this. The Constitution is at the root. What's in the past? This is the whole Ukrainian thing. And this is actually probably John Bolton saying, I'm done with this bullshit. It's probably what that is. Walking away. I mean, how bad does it have to be for John Bolton to walk away when he could just, do war if he wants to? Okay, in the sky we have the King of Cups. What sign is John Bolton? I think John Bolton might be a Leo. I wonder if that was... Oh, I have to look. If John Bolton is a Leo, which I think no, he's a Scorpio, and that's right. That could be him, the King of Cups, Scorpio. Let's continue. I don't know what that King of Cups means. Four of Pentacles in the immediate future. how it's seen from the outside, the Seven of Swords. This is a lot of the same cards that Parnas got. The domestic situation is the Page of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, victory. And the outcome for John Bolton. Anxiety, nightmares, looking across the waters, waiting for your ships to come in. And the Lover's card. Choices. Let's see what's underneath it all. The King of Pentacles. I feel as though they're not going to let him speak. I almost feel like he was paid off somehow. Let's ask, was John Bolton paid off? Now, being paid off does not necessarily mean money. Well, it certainly could. But it could mean giving him something of value. You know, it's very easy for John Bolton to say, if I get subpoenaed, I'm going to talk. And so, I don't know if that's just if he gets subpoenaed for the Senate, he's going to talk. The House could still further investigate this, if Pelosi allows it. We don't know if she'll allow it. But I don't know enough really about the rules. So, but I think that they can continue and they can ask him to. But I don't know because it's not. I don't know. Was John Bolton paid off by Trump? Page of Wands, messages. The Nine of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. Oh, he could have been. And again, it's something of value. It doesn't necessarily have to be money, although we know Republicans love money. And why would John Bolton be any different from anybody else? But I feel like there's like financial security. I feel like there's this sense, look, John, you said you would say something. We're not going to pursue it. We're not going to ask for, they're going to keep it close. Not to say that something couldn't happen, but at this point, that's what's going to happen. And I think that they said, look, you can say this, but we're not going to allow it anyway. So say it, and then we'll make sure that you're well taken care of when it comes to, whether it be a cushy job or whatever it is. It's he's all set. He's set monetarily, and I feel like it's probably the people that back Trump, the people that back Trump, because he's getting a lot of money, but of course he's getting it from all his rich friends. But I don't even think it's Trump's money. I think it's the backers of the Republican Party who don't want this to blow up. Whatever that means. Okay, so as it stands now, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to testify. That could change. All right. So that's what it looks like to me. The next reading I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a how's Donald Trump doing reading, because those are generally actually for me the easiest ones. Isn't that weird? I guess maybe because his energy is so out there, big and there that it's easy. It's kind of easy to read. And he does everything out in the open. Okay. All right, guys. Like and subscribe. And I will be back. Take care.